Yeah, we're back with some Western Arizona University Giraffes. 3-1 on the season with a not great loss to Alabama. Try to go 4-1 against Hawaii here. National championship, not likely, but still technically possible. Who does Kirk think wins this game? Okay, good. Highlight. It'll be. I mean, New Year's Six Bowl is the goal. We did play Cal the last season in the New Mexico Bowl, and we got slapped. Zach, how's it going? Hawaii, man. I've got bad happenings with Hawaii in the past on these dynasties. Hawaii are the ones that created the jet lag, the original jet lag. Fucking Ashley Tolbear there. So I gotta try to avoid that. And there you go. Let us beat a Power 5 team in a bowl. Statistically, these guys are pretty mediocre. They're better on offense than us, statistically, although we both score the same amount of points. Our defense should be much better. I'm expecting them to pass on us, and I'm kind of hoping that they do, but we shouldn't be in too many problems. Cole McDonald is apparently a 96 overall quarterback. 11 touchdowns thrown through 5 games, with 4 games. I'm expecting them to throw. They do have a right tackle out and maybe a right end as well. But they had to come to the Savannah. They came into the Giraffes' den. So no guarantees that they're going to make it out alive. We'll see if Sky Woolworth can coach his team to victory today, and if Ben Medley is going to decide to throw to his team or the other. See that we're a perfect 1-0 in the Mountain Division. I think we got a chance. I mean, obviously, if we just win out, we should win the conference, but I think we have a decent chance. Should be only a couple teams that pose a real threat to this 93 overall rated team. With all, we can count it by hand. I think that's about 57 fans, maybe 58. I might have miscounted. We're gonna win the toss, and I'm gonna be exactly like the CPU and just decide to kick first, get the ball there in the third quarter. See if we can create a little spookiness.
Number 21.
And try to get a defensive stop. If we can get a defensive stop early, it's like game over. I've got to honestly, I have to like think about how to play this game right now. The maximum football kind of has me fucked up. I just like almost like couldn't remember if I was supposed to hold A or right trigger down to sprint. That's not good news. We can actually audible here into a cover 3. See if we can get a little bit of pressure on McDonald. We're only rushing 3 with a linebacker. Oh, that's right, I want to be a linebacker. There's some good pressure, good tackle right off the bat. That's what I need to see, and we're going to continue to call that cover 3, but I'm going to be using the linebacker so that we can make some decisions about whether or not we want to be rushing 3 or 4 at the start of a play. And that's good pressure. It looked like on McDonald, but just too long in the pocket. It's going to be a first down. He's starting 2 of 2. We're going to make him look all pro in this game for sure. They're going with the option. I got caught up on a block. This could be a big one. Oh, and then I just missed. That's not a great start. Freddie Hawley gets 26 yards on that one.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Interesting. So they've passed and they've gone with the option, and I don't like that. as we've been incredibly vulnerable to both attacks, although just the standard handoff isn't too big of a deal. Give up 3 yards, but we can afford to give up 3 yards now and then. They're going to the air, right? No, it's another handoff, and oh, I was there to slow him down. Couldn't tackle him. Took another 2 guys to get him down, but it's only a gain of 1, and we've got a 3rd down. Pretty long, I guess we could say. Expecting a pass here. Maybe a screen, but they are in field goal range. It's going to be a pass all day to throw. And Newberry, oh my gosh, the All-American, the preseason All-American Newberry can't get the tackle. But we do injure Jason Butler on that one, but giving up the 3rd and 6. Certainly not a good look. They're going to run here. They do hand it off. We'll soak up the blocker. We're doing a decent job containing the run so far. Just it's the passing game that we're having. Really, is that guy wearing sleeves? Oh my gosh. Yeah, he has to be wearing sleeves. McDonald taking off, and we'll pop him for. Or after he gains 11 yards. We're having 0 luck stopping this offense right now. Absolutely none. It's not going to come there. Oh my gosh. 7 yards. He had guys draped over him the entire way in. Hey. I would do my Fortnite dances, but it's not going to work out. Thanks, Keeps, for the raid. Aram. You know, glad that everybody could see me just get demolished. Yeah, I technically always wear glasses. It's just sometimes it's a little uncomfortable with the headset on. They just weren't today. But yeah, thanks again for the raid, Param. Anybody who hasn't seen this, this is Western Arizona University. We are we're tall. Multiple 7-foot guys. Nobody's fast. And nobody can tackle. And I'll show off to you that nobody's fast right here. Kingsley Manning is going to take this one out of the end zone. Typically, you would expect that to maybe be a touchdown, getting that wide open on the kick return, and we're lucky to get to the 40. That's a really good return for us. Yes. Exactly. Except it's like Tinder thoughts on steroids. If you don't know how I play this game, you'll find out soon. When we've got a quarterback like Benjamin Medley, who's not the greatest, we tend to run the ball a lot because when we throw the ball, it goes to the other team. The first 2 seasons of this dynasty, Ben has been our starter, and he threw 35 interceptions the first year, and then 35 interceptions the next year. This year we're only at 4 here in game, I think 5. So we're trying to be safe, and we've decided that anything under 10 interceptions this year would be a miracle. We're not quite halfway through the season, but we're almost halfway to that goal. So if we're throwing passes today, we'll be in danger. This is all I can say, because it has not been good. In fact, we're probably going to throw in right now. The big problem, I think, in our passing. I mean, he's set like the record now, I'm pretty sure, for both interceptions in a season and probably close to interceptions in a career. One of the biggest problems is we're going to find Kingsley Manning, okay, inside the 10. Is that our receivers, except for Kingsley, of course, are incredibly slow. So they might have incredible separation, but by the time the ball gets there, you know, like a middle school track athlete could have caught back up to him. So it's unfortunately a lot of read option cheese right now until we figure some stuff out. But it's a really slow team and it can be incredibly frustrating. Oh. Yeah, no, I surprisingly, you know, I wish maybe the stadium was a little bit different. I'm pretty sure this is the same one as Brewski's like Dingoes use, but it's just a team builder one I found. Even the alternates are kind of interesting. I think it fits. This is Savannah Stadium is what we're calling it. Our defense couldn't do anything last time. I don't even know what to do. We have no coverage. We've got no pressure on the quarterback. We're just stuck. Running a 3-3-5 because I figured with how slow the team is, we probably want as many secondary players as possible to bring up the overall speed. But honestly, games with potent offenses, all I ask for is one stop. I can try to figure out the rest with our offense. All day to throw. Look at that. Oh, that's no good. I'm not really sure what I can do here. If I try to rush, we're gonna have guys wide open. And even then, it's still going to be hard for me to get there. And if I drop him back into coverage, he'll have all day, and then someone will get open. This is just not a good team. Oh. You know, there is not a whole lot that I wouldn't do to get Team Builder back online, though. I was incredibly lucky to have made the Gorge University Sharks the first Team Builder Dynasty we did like a couple days before it went down.
Gain of 8 yards. First down.
But, you know, we're stuck with what we've got. Thankfully, there are plenty of decent teams that are already made and downloadable. I guess we're hoping for a bend but don't break kind of offense today. Let's try maybe a little cover one. See if our man D can work a little bit better. And ooh, look at that! I'm a mile behind the running back. Thankfully, they're just gonna dump that one off. It's a 1 yard gain. And there's 3rd and 8. I'm not sure what this is. I've never seen 3rd and long. Hey, Maui. Oh, man. Like, there's just so many ideas. As Berg is going to drop an interception. Oh, Lewis. It was like a perfect pass to him. The one spot, I think, where having height is actually super useful on this team is defending end zone throws like that. But like, I have an idea for a team that I want to create in a team builder dynasty, and I am stuck with having to try to find something to fit that idea instead of being able to create something around it. Like this Giraffes team would be, I think, a little bit different. Regardless, this is probably the best fit that I could find for it. Is Kingsley Manning. There's another decent return. There is always maximum football. I did just kind of after I streamed it the other day, I did go through and like kind of customize the Pac-12 the rest of the way. See what we can do here on offense. like I changed all the team names and the dates and the colors so they were all correct, and then made their logos just as close as I could with what the game had. And I was actually pretty surprised looking through all the logos that the game comes with, how many of them are usable. Like there's a Beaver logo that honestly looks very similar to Oregon State's. But also, I don't know if I, like, you know, we bought the game, we played the game. I don't know how many more opportunities I'm gonna give it. It's just, it's not something that I think I'm gonna be waking up in the morning wanting to give a try with. Our offense, I don't know if, I don't know. We're moving the ball pretty easily, and we held Hawaii to a field goal, so I think this is our chance to take control so long as I don't throw a pick. I'm gonna knock on wood, because typically when I mention that we're gonna do something bad, it happens. Yeah, that's a good analogy there, hybrid. Like taking a new shot at a ball. Except this was one of those ones that, like, you try it on your birthday because it's got a funny name, and then you're kind of disgusted by it. Thompson's gonna get absolutely blasted as we almost picked up a yard, or as we only picked up a yard, and it's just I'm scared to throw, but when they stop my running game like that, put us in a tough spot. This is probably going to be the last play of the first quarter already. Down 3. And somehow also, our guys are giants, but our line is Swiss cheese. And yeah, Maui, the Maximum Football, like, I'm impressed with the improvements that they made over last year, but it's still just, it's a long ways from being the game that I'm going to first. 3rd and 6. Gonna try to pass it. This may be risky. I'm looking at Bobo. Yeah, Bobo should be open, right? If he would have ran the right route. I tried to time it right, and he just didn't turn around. 4th and 6. We can hit this field goal. I gotta stay tied. Typically, Coach Woolworth would, I think, go for this. But our defense hasn't proven to me that it's worth it yet. So we'll tie the game up. We do get the ball to start the 3rd quarter, so I want to stay 1 loss through the rest of the season. And maybe not being a complete idiot will be the key there. Good kickoff. Maybe I try something that's not the nickel. Let's go into the dollar. I gotta try anything that can possibly work. Let's blitz. Let's blitz on 1st down. See if maybe we can bring Hollis off the edge. Force McDonald to feel it. I kind of screwed that one up. He had a good jump on the snap there, but then I thought I was about to step offside, so I pulled it back, and that didn't work out so well. So they'll get a 5-yard little gain on that. And we'll bring the free safety in this time. I'm just going to be changing up everything that I can on defense to see if something wants to work for us. Literally 3.5 days in the pocket. My guys are too slow to catch up, and I'm also just terrible at using them, so we'll miss a few times at Cole McDonald. It's his 2nd scramble, and it worked out very well for him. Bring the strong safety in this time. Newberry was a preseason All-American, though he hasn't lived up to that hype at all this season. That's decent defense. I will always take a gain of 2 yards, or a loss, I guess, of 2 yards for a defense. What I won't take, though, is just getting embarrassed in my home field. I'm using an alignment, I guess, and it works out. We're going to take down McDonald. It's considered a sack. He loses a yard on that one. He's probably really pissed that he couldn't outrun the like 7-foot, 400-pound lineman. But that's where we're at. Bringing pressure on this 3rd and 9. We know it's going to be a pass. This could be risky. But the corner's off the edge. As they go to a screen, I was too focused on the, on the pressure that I forgot about that. But we're lucky. It's only a gain of 3, and we'll force them to punt. Which isn't going to help us because the punt return won't help us, but we'll get the ball back. 5:28 left in the first half. At least one drive. Maybe only one. Try to get Bray in a position to actually give us a block. That was rough. Yeah, this looks like it should go for a lot. Regardless who gets it, this read option. Ben, oh, look at those blockers. Making a move. Ben Medley, any other player would score a touchdown here, but our slow quarterback is just going to hope for the most. We'll get it across midfield. Down to like the 44 maybe. Just rumbling his way. He's the real Big Ben. And that's looking good for us. That's a great start. And the usefulness of the read option is just too obvious in situations like that. We're going to go back to it. Good old Benny is going to have a decent carry again. I have a thought in my mind, but I'm not going to say it. All I should say is that slides like that I think are important when your quarterback's maybe about to get popped. The last thing I want to do is say something that forces me to turn the ball over. I'm going to pass here. I kind of like Nehemiah Bobo. Maybe give him a shot, or Kingsley. But this could be a problem. Garen Vincent, I like that route. Yeah, we're just going to play it safe. Dump it off to the tight end. He got a face mask, so I can't complain. That's a free 15 yards at the end of the play.
Personal foul. Face mask.
Oh, that's big.
Defense.
That is big. We go down to the Hawaii 15. You know what? 4:18 on the clock. Let's start burning it a little bit. Could come back to bite us, but I don't know. I think this could be the right play here. Start burning the play clock. Keep my quarterback safe. And you know, if Hawaii is going to have a hard time moving the football, even if they're consistently doing it, maybe they're forced to settle for a field goal and you know, give us the lead going into halftime. Assuming we score here. Shouldn't get too far ahead of myself. 2nd and 3, we're inside the 10. And, oh, I wanted to audible here. Not going to have time. We're just going to hand it off no matter what to Thompson. Drop the head. Get back to the line of scrimmage. The biggest problem with conservative play clock is that you can't audible the way that you want to sometimes. And highlight this, yeah. Hopefully it's not a nail biter. Hopefully we pull it out, but 0-1 on 3rd down conversion so far. We're going to give it to Thompson up the middle, but things have not been easy for us. Oh, that's a hole and a half. That's going to be not a touchdown. It's a 1st and goal at maybe the 1-inch line. You know, maybe good for me, or lucky for me, but I just clipped my nails, so it's going to be hard for me to bite them. Gonna help us keep control. No nervous habits take over this game. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the half, and Thompson's in. We're gonna go up 7. Hopefully we didn't give them too much time. A team like Hawaii, they're gonna be passing a lot this drive, so I just want to see the defensive backs try to get something together. A tie game at the half doesn't help us. Even though we do get the ball in the 3rd quarter, we need a lead if we're going to try to hit 5 wins? 4 wins after this game? I don't know where we're at, but after Alabama crushed our hopes of a national championship, I want to be able to win out. especially these conference games. Just gonna go cover 2 here, and 4 wins okay. This is a big season. Guys open all over the field. Blalock. Oh, thank the Lord that our safety is able to make that open field tackle. No one else was catching up to Rooks there. Cole McDonald, it's 10 of 12 passing to start this game. I can tell these guys every single play that it's going to be a pass, and they're not going to do anything to help me. That was one play, and they're already across midfield. 2 minutes to go. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is rough. A minute and 54. Oh, man. They've run 2 plays, and they're inside the red zone. Giraffes D. It's just not up for the task today. We're going to try some man, I guess. Nothing seems to be working, but give something a chance. User Boone. I'm terrible with the user, but on the tight ends, I typically know the routes that they will try to run. And oh my god, he got it! Chaz Bray. It's his 4th pick of the season. He was a mile away from that. What a dive! That was alpha as fuck. And with a minute and 50, we got all 3 of our timeouts and a chance to drive down the field. What? That dude had like 4 steps on him, and Chad said, nah, man. He yoinked that shit out of the air. Oh, that's incredible.
Penalty flag thrown on the play.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
I can blame my quarterback for that, right? Forgot that we were on the conservative tempo. That's gonna make things a little harder. That was, I mean, I didn't commit the penalty. If you looked at the screen, it said it was Benjamin Medley that committed it. So I think I'm safe. We're just gonna yeet this up there and see if Manning can. Oh God. I touched the stick a little bit too early. Okay, we'll call it all brain lag. Hybrid. I got nothing else. 2nd and 15. I'm gonna just run it on this play, try to get some positive yards, and hope for the best. And let them take a timeout for me, because I'm expecting to convert this. In fact, I'm tempted to go for this. They were moving the ball so quick anyways, it's, you know, we got lucky to be in the position that we were. I've never played Dead by Daylight. That's the one with, where it's on, no, okay, that's the story one, right? With, like, the Wendigos. I'm liking Manning or Bobo here. Oh, okay. Dead by Daylight is the... I'm thinking of, like, Until Dawn or something. That's the serial killer one, then. Okay.
Number 87, the intended receiver on the play. That'll bring up 4th and 9.
Oh. That was really bad. I have never played that game, but on a website that I don't personally frequent, I think it's called like Rudot. Oh gosh, is this gonna go for it? Okay, there's at least a penalty. I've seen a lot of posts about people complaining about it, like the
Clipping. Receiving.
like puppy guarding and stuff in that. I've just never known much else besides that. We're gonna accept that penalty. Not an interception. Although we do give the ball back, but 17-10. It'll be interesting. Yeah, no, that's kind of the vibe that I got. And it seems like it's a lot of like almost deserved salt. Is McDonald's eventually going to decide to run? We had some sort of coverage, and that can be considered a covered sack. Reynaldo Montoya gonna grab that one. Only a loss of one, but keeps the clock moving. They only have one timeout. They've got a ways to go. There's no chance that we get another pick, right? Well, not if Blanks is trying to help us. Blanks, although he has a few decent interceptions in his career, most of the time it's just that. Him leaving a man wide open. We're going to try to help him. Oh, I thought maybe Chaz could get there for another pick, maybe even a pick six. Instead, it'll be 4th and 2. We're going to take a timeout, actually, because they're going to punt the ball back, and you never know when something crazy can happen. We're hoping for a touchback on this. Oh. Oh. Okay. Decent return from Kingsley Manning there. And Ben has not had a good second quarter. 1 of 4 for 10 yards. Total of 50% on the day. Throw some corner strike routes. See what we can get. I like Bobo's route. Oh, he'll have the one-on-one. The timing is not there. We're lucky again that it's not picked off. Oh my gosh. I'm like trying to throw picks is what it seems like at this point.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Just nobody wants to get open where I want them to be open. 29 seconds now. We're gonna throw up a bomb. See if somebody can get to it. I'm sure that they're expecting it. Question is, what can they do? Kingsley Manning. Not gonna come down with that one. Freaky. Feline. How's it going? We're in control of this game. Even up bomb after bomb. Yo, check this. Slant and go is gonna work perfectly. I don't like that they have these deep safeties, but I have no fear. I don't know. There we go. Bobo and Vandermeer are the two that we're gonna see if maybe we can get lucky and hit, and that's gonna be picked finally. I knew that it was coming. I just didn't know when. Certainly that won't hurt us. Should have lobbed that one. Moral of the story. They're only at the 43, so we have a chance to hold them from getting points. With the speed that our offense moves at, those plays don't often work, and kind of read that one correctly, and I just didn't get into the position to maybe get a pick. Thankfully, it just goes out of bounds. 13 seconds. McDonald's probably got to get his team a little bit further if they want to be getting a field goal. Maybe a first down. Oh, it's going to be a pass. And Hendricks is right there. Somehow Eric Brooks is able to hold on to that one through the contact. And they're going to take their final timeout. 5 seconds on the clock.
3rd down.
We're just going to bring out the normal field goal safe zone. I'm going to assume they can't hit this, but we don't want to try to return it because I think we'll have a second left on the clock. I think. And what a kick! Well, they missed by a mile, and we're just gonna heave up a Hail Mary. 2 seconds on the clock. That's hilarious. Oh, try to leave 2 of these guys as extra blockers. Give us some time, and just heave it downfield. Nehemiah Bobo, can somebody come down with it? Oh, Eddie Vanderbilt caught it. It looked for a second like he was squeezing free, but in the end, it's just some extra stats on the board for the 2 quarterback receiver duo. And we'll get the ball here to start the 3rd quarter. Let's not take this one out. Oh, or we are going to take it. I thought I hit the fair catch. And Manning just got obliterated. Oh man, that was just one of those like painful, strong-ass forearm clothesline tackles. I didn't want to take that out for a reason. We're starting this drive at the 18-yard line. 17-10. I should probably go back, maybe conservative tempo. Our offense has been stagnant since the first, I'd say since the first drive, really. It's felt that way, at least. And I don't want them to have a whole lot of time to start to run away with it if our defense can't hold up. So long as I can remember that we are in the conservative tempo, I think that we'll be in a good spot. 3rd and 7, I will have to throw.
No gain on the play. That makes it 3rd and 7.
And can I just complain that it's not even October yet, and it's incredibly cold? Not down with it. Gotta get this play off in time. Had to change Kingsley Manning's route because we knew that he was going to be open, and oh, I got stuck. We broke free anyways. Oh, I was going to be upset that we got stuck on the block and guy was coming in, but we stay on our feet and get a few yards after the catch. It was a great 3rd down. It's 90. What? Are you one of the Florida boys? One of the 10 million?
What?
I'm a computer.
Hey,
Stop all the downloading.
thanks for the follow. I want to say Hayden. You stream NCAA, right? Say I recognize your name. Oh, Drive's alive. Yeah, it was, I think I live a little ways away from Portland, but yesterday Portland was the coldest, or had the coldest September day in like 57 years or something like that. Like low 40s. Low 40s. Words, man. Ooh, Ben Medley. Nice little move there. Just moving the football, burning some clock. Oklahoma.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Yeah, sounds about right. Crazy weather. 95 degrees. Man, I got a sweatshirt, I got sweats on, I got a blanket on. Not really sure what that play was. It's not even October, and I'm like thinking about turning the heating on in the house. It's just not okay. Mountains, hour away from me are gonna get like a foot of snow this weekend or something. Absolutely crazy. Ooh, Thompson. We have not given him the rock very much today. 1,000-yard rusher last season. I guess he has 9 carries is alright, but I'm sure that he's a little bit upset about his workload today, so we're just gonna feed him a little bit here. And that's why the more tired these defenses get, the less they can contain the mass of the giraffes. Let's try a speed sweep here on 2nd and 4. But I'm not looking forward to this one. I think I'm going to get a lot of snow as we give this to the 3rd stringer, Huff. And oh, one of these days they're going to stand up off of one of those and take it for a touchdown. I was thinking that was the one. Oh. Cold front. How can it still be so? Oh man, that's some crazy weather differences there. Lyra into the end zone. 14-point lead here. 79 degrees sounds incredible right now. I think 75 is like my perfect temperature. Like a nice sunny 75-degree day. I don't think it gets much better than that.
Number 21 back to return.
Oh man. Like I think this upcoming weekend I'm gonna like maybe have it go on an overnight backpacking trip. but like right now it's 51 degrees. We call a play on defense. But like the low tonight's 37. Like the low this weekend is gonna be real cold. And it'll be colder where I would do my backpacking. Up in the mountains there might be snow. I'm just like not even sure if it's worth it. I have never had a warm Halloween in the Northwest. That's incredible. And Georgia, this is probably the best time of year, I feel like, or maybe in a month or so in the South, right? For weather. Ooh, Boone. Get that. I feel like fall is probably perfect. Maybe later. You know, good old cat sweatshirt. We should be able to stop this run, right? Come on, leading the team, or leading the nation, I think, in rushing yards allowed.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
That doesn't surprise me. It's like the payoff, right? Or the alternative, other side of the coin of having such brutal summers in the South, where it's like high humidity, high heat, consistently. Is that you have a lot more mild winters and shit. Typically, West Coast isn't too crazy. Pretty mild year-round, but we do see snow pretty often, and I guess that's kind of sucks. Man, they are really liking this read option right now. Newest I see, keep it with T's on offense. Yeah. It's kind of weird. I'm either like best in the nation at stopping the run or best at stopping the pass, but neither both. Oh my gosh. I mean, they're kind of like our team too, because of the read option. Oh gosh. That sounds like it's possible for almost for Oregon. We've been obviously they're not nearly the same magnitude, but we've been getting every once in a while like tornado warnings and having funnel clouds form in the Portland area. And obviously, you know, West Coast earthquakes are always going to exist. I'm just waiting for the day that the big one happens. If you ever hear that there's a big earthquake on the West Coast and I never get online again, you could probably assume it's because I'm out living in the middle of the woods trying to survive. And Thomas Newberry, come on man, if you want to be a postseason All-American, you gotta pick those off. That's the easiest drop pick I've ever seen in my life. Sometimes I'll choose a run. I'll do it on stream sometimes, like the 0-1 trap. Obviously it's my favorite running play, but you know, you just get that perfect pulling guard to hit your block. And if they're not able to defend it twice in a row, you might as well just keep running it. I'm gonna run this dive here. Oh man, I can't even imagine saying the words "my tornado shelter." Here's our 0-1 trap. Yeah, I guess it is the same as the counter. It's just a slightly different spot. Ooh, Thompson's gonna get blown up on that one. The linebacker just like greased himself up and slipped through the line. It's a good play on defense. We're in the fourth quarter. I'm just now realizing how much time we're burning off the clock on this drive. Second 11, there's only 5 minutes left in the game. They're down 2 scores. They can't do anything about it. Thompson gets a nice 7, and we're looking good. My tornado shelter is the bathroom, and it has a toilet and a bathtub. Because that's where the least windows are. And I am... Oh, I thought that was a pick. Kingsley Manning got us that first down. That's crazy to me. Like we don't even have basements in the Northwest. That's just not a thing. So weird. Oh, we got slaughtered by that. Panay Pavali. Something like that. Pavihi. Oh. Like, there's not really anything. I'm just gonna take off here with Medley. There's like nothing weird like that in the Northwest. Like, I mean, like, I guess the coast, you have like tsunami sirens set up, but you just don't have a warning really for any natural disasters that would occur here. So it's just like there's no point in having anything to protect yourself. Like, I guess you earthquake-proof buildings, but that's kind of a thing that every place does now.
That is a loss of 1 yard on the play.
4th and 1. I have to go for this.
Timeout.
If we convert this, it's like game over. Yeah, you have hurricanes. It's like, yeah. The Northwest doesn't have weather-based disasters, I guess, is what it is. What should we do here? 4th and 1. We're gonna try the triple option. We got Thompson and Lyra. Try to read this properly. And Benny's got it. That should be a game, pretty much. We're gonna force them to start burning their timeouts. Threaten to score again. Looks like we're moving to 4 and 1 on the season. Ah, it's beautiful. Every Saturday. Oh, that's eerie. Oh man. I'm sure that the night shift workers really love that. Oh man. Yeah, like alarms just aren't a thing. Like whenever I've been at the beach, literally I've never heard like them test tsunami warnings and stuff like that. I don't think there are earthquake sirens. Maybe there's like a volcano siren that I don't know about. Because I think technically Mount Hood could erupt at any time. I guess I'm going for 2. That was not really what I meant to do, and we didn't get it. Somehow, Thompson's not able to do anything. Well, we're up 20 with 2 minutes left, so I don't think it matters.
The kickoff is down for a touchdown.
Oh, you would think they would almost, like, for a noon game, just try to bake it into, like, kickoff or something. Like, right as the kickoff is kicked. Set the siren off. It'd be intimidating for teams not in the Big 12.
That's good for a gain of 2 yards.
Nick, I'm doing all right.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing tomorrow because fiance works and it's the day I turn 25 tomorrow. I've got nothing to do, so I'll probably stream. But
Call it a gain of 13 yards.
maximum is. It is what it is. I cut the stream that I did up into like 4 different parts, 4 rough parts at least, and it's Berg, nice pick. it's just kind of,
Ford makes the interception.
I don't know. It I don't think I have what I had pasted and whatnot, but or pasted still. Basically, it's if you're looking for a good NCAA game, save the $30 to get one of these off eBay. Actually, I posted in Hybrid's Discord a link to a kind of not great copy of the disc on eBay for like 35 bucks, which is the cheapest I've seen. It's just a little bit damaged. But if you don't mind the gameplay not being good and you just want to support people who are making a college football game, then that's probably what you should expect. Don't go into it expecting good gameplays or anything. I haven't, Zach. I still might be able to get a little bit of fun or maybe content out of it. I did complete my kind of customization of the Pac-12, so I got all the team names and info right, and then made sure they had the right colors and kind of changed their logos. But it's whether or not I continue playing it or not is up in the air. It's I don't know. The gameplay is just, it's kind of rough, and maybe I play it on my own time, but in terms of streaming it, it's just kind of like we figured out almost immediately a pass play that was either an incompletion or a touchdown, but it was a touchdown 90% of the time that we threw it. Whereas you can't run the football, and your defense is just slaughtering. So I did really enjoy the recruiting though. So I may end up continuing to play it on my own time just to see how the recruiting pans out for the rest of the year. I was a sick pick by Chasbray. That's got to be the highlight of the match. I'm big into that. Yeah. It's, I don't know. I do think that there's a lot of stuff that they could probably patch to make the gameplay better. But, it's a team of like 2 or 3 people, so knowing that and not expecting it to be great, having low expectations, I think it does a decent job. Maybe it's better as like a football manager type game where you sim through the games and you just go through the depth chart setting and the recruiting. But yeah, the recruiting, I don't know. Again, it seems like it's fun, but I don't think it's necessarily great for on stream, because to go through recruiting each week and to find stuff, like to find players, it's kind of slow, but I like it. But I'm not sure. The other thing is that because there's no roster sharing, at least not in this one, like you can't download logos, you can't download other people's rosters. So if like Operation Sports is able to update the rosters for this game relatively easy every year, just because so many people can work on it. But the other one, I think that technically you can find a way around that and figure out a way to roster share, but it's not easy. Otherwise, literally every single person is going to have to go through and edit every single player themselves. I think it might have been some sort of limitation with the PlayStation or Xbox, or they just didn't have the time to put it in how they wanted. But I think it's something that they have like thought about implementing in the future, next year's or something. But I'm not sure why it didn't this year, other than them just saying it's not happening. We're 4-1, by the way. We get to play at Nevada, game in Reno, with newly improved coordinators. Zach. Our defensive coordinator, Zach Johnson. we're gonna up our zone since we play in the zone. And then on offense, we did our break tackle and spin move and stuff. This gives us... it takes the spin move out, adds in a juke, we lose the elusiveness. I think we should probably give it to Ben Medley. Make him a better passer, better than he already is. I hope for the best. That's very weird, right, Zach? I swear to God, I didn't do that. Oh my gosh, shovel passes are crazy. I wish we could get a good shovel pass to work consistently in this game. I gotta... This is kind of weird, huh? Like, it's even a CH sack. Kinda weird. What does ESPN say about us? We know we're not going to be the top 25, but the top 50? 43. Positive outlook for next year. Dumpster fire the two after that. Not sure. How was Oregon? Oh, I thought that said Oregon State. I read Florida State and then Oregon at the same time. 13 catches by running backs. That's one hell of an offensive game plan. Like, pretty impressive. What's our top 25 look like? What are our odds of somehow sneaking in? That's a lot of undefeated teams. Ooh, top 10 all undefeated. Stanford cheaters. And of course somehow the Ducks have managed to lose. A lot of undefeated teams here. 2-loss Oklahoma, 3-loss Mississippi State, 2-loss Penn State, UCLA, and New Mexico. Although 2-loss UCLA just jumped into the polls. I am not a huge NFL fan. It's just something about the way that, I don't know, it's not as exciting to me. You know, like in college, with the exception of like Alabama playing, or the super top schools playing any mediocre schools, you know, kind of anything can happen in a lot of games. I don't know. I've thought about it, but it's a big commitment. It's just one more day, or multiple more days, nights of the week even, where I would just have to do so much more. Yeah. Like, you know, there's a 4th and 5 at a certain spot in the field, and you know exactly what's gonna happen. Whereas, you know, something crazy happens almost every single week in college football. And part of that is just that players aren't quite as good. But I don't know. Not quite my thing. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing recruiting here. 29 guys on the board, 8 of them ready to visit, so let's schedule those first. Probably just going to load up one game late in the season. Boise State game it is. Try to get as many complimentary visits as we can. And this guy, we'll send him... Marcus. How are we holding on to you, Marcus? He's about to commit to Wisconsin. Send him early. See if we can manage to stay alive as long as possible. And send everybody else to New Mexico. Is that at number 25? New Mexico here? That could be useful for us. Could be useful. Change anything. Seems like this New Mexico game's gonna have a whole lot of guys visiting, so it'll be pretty important to play well in that. Oh man. There's a few teams this year, real life, not in Women's Dynasty, that I'm still feeling a little bit suspect on. Indiana, you know, maybe one day. There's a few teams in the Big Ten that, like, every year I expect them, and probably a lot of other people as well, I expect them to do a lot better than they end up doing. Looks like we're gonna get Justin Dodd, 79 overall, big boy gem, as nobody seems to want to recruit him. Alabama's his second school. 2,000 behind. Take a lot of points out of him. Save him for other people. Same thing with AJ. Things are easy. And then there's the guys that I'm sad that I don't think we're gonna have a chance on. Points out of anybody who isn't in a close race. Otherwise, it'll be pretty full. Gosh, impressed that Southern Miss was able to just destroy us here, but I think we might have started recruiting this guy a little bit later. Just throw our points at these guys. Doesn't really matter anything else. Hey, listen, for us, it's all about the overall. We need whatever we can get, and typically the higher overall guys might have some speed that'll actually help us. How is your boy doing? I don't think we're putting points into him right now. Good old Hugh Towers, all the way here at the bottom. Oh no, that's right, we're giving 25. Hey, he's got some interest from, some Northeast schools. You know, I didn't even think about this hybrid. Hugh Towers, he's going to be well out of his element going to Lake Havasu City. You know, boy coming down from the Great White North. I think this could be problematic. I think they might have been left. I don't remember if I really did anything with the conferences in Dynasty. Honestly, I probably left them in the MAC. Yeah, they're garbage. And yeah, when those 15s go up, well, I mean, if they go up a lot, he's gonna be our kicker, no matter what, because we don't have anybody else that can kick. So if somebody else starts putting points into him, I'm gonna really jump up whatever we're doing. I didn't even realize that we had an upgrade available, so go to the closer here. We're trying to get to the kitchen sink, because kitchen sink is just incredible, very useful. We'll probably do maybe royal treatment until we can get kitchen sink unlocked, but I'm not certain. Hey, there you go. Yeah, not envious of people who don't live near a decent college football team. We got a chance to go 5-1. We're 4-1 right now.